Hi, welcome to the Crack of Dawn. This is Dawn Lombardi, and we are on round 2 of the Nutmeg TV. I think it's round 3 of the Nutmeg TV painting. I'm going to finish it up on this episode. We're going to have a blast. And what I'm doing now, right before we started filming, I just started taking these globs of, I'm mixing like a hunter green, which is also called like a phthalo green. Well, actually, there's a million different kinds, but hunter and phthalo can some be 2 different kinds. There's a million kinds of green, but I'm mixing my green because it's a little too bright. It's Viridian green, sorry, the stuff I have. It's a little too bright, and so we got a lot of shade in this one. So I'm using globs now because I'm in the front of my painting. I'm in front of the Nutmeg TV sign now. So what I want to do, and I don't have to use globs, but if I have some in the background, yes, then you have to use them in the foreground or it'll look awful. So, well, maybe there's a couple painters that got away with it, but not many. Okay, so again, we're looking for the Impressionist style, which is light, okay? So your green is not going to be the entire front of the painting. It's not going to be the same green, okay, because what we're looking for is light. So the light kind of comes, and the best time to paint is like really early in the morning when the sun is straight above you and you're standing and there's no shadow except for under your feet. That's not a good time to paint. It's a greater time to paint when the sun's at an angle. So if you were to paint, say you were to, the sun was at an angle right now and it's going down on me like this. My shadow's going to go that way. So it creates more light and more shadow underneath, and it's really fun. And not easy to do, but it's better light. So like when you get your senior portraits with your daughter or whatever you're doing, you know, we're coming up on prom. My daughter is going. We got her dress. She's going with a bunch of friends. I'm so glad. They're all so nice and sweet. A lot of people go with boyfriends, and some people just go, you know, with friends. So I think that's what she's doing. And actually, there's some boy friends that will be in the group, not her boyfriend, but she will have, you know, friends in the group. I'm trying to make this look very shadowy, so not the same color green. You know, and all these, her dress was, you know, cheap. My wedding dress was $350 at David's Bridal. And her prom dress was like $99, but like with tax, it was like $130. I mean, that's nothing. Ugh. But, you know, I mean, sometimes, I know my mother would have spent a fortune, whatever I wanted. She didn't care. But, you know, whatever. It was $350. It looked great. I'm like, buy it. It's perfect. And then she was able to buy all my bridesmaids' dresses because my dress was so cheap. And their dresses, I had a snowball wedding. Not a lot of brides like that. They like to be the only one in white. But I didn't want to. I wanted everybody in white, and all my girls had hats that my mom made. They were crazy hats, not cowboy hats, but like hats that like Kate Middleton wears. Everybody had a big white hat with some sort of fascinator thing attached to it. Well, a fascinator is when it's not on a hat. But anyway, they had these big crazy hats, and you know, I don't know. I think the weddings are so much fun. It seems like such a blast. But mine was pretty simple. Yeah. So we're just going in here, and we want it to look like an Impressionist painting. So you want to move your light around, move your greens around, have different kinds of greens, different color greens. And basically, you also want to look at the picture that you're copying, or it won't look the same. So a lot of these leaves in here are lighter. So I'm going to put some of those in. And they're kind of like a mossy green. They're definitely not this neon green. So I'm going to put in some of those. And sometimes I don't like too many dots. I'm going with this more of a earthy kind of flow here. Okay? I know I'm going fast, but that's how I do it, because I don't want you to get nervous when you're painting. Plus, if it's terrible, I say to the kids at school, I'm terrible at art. I said, you know what? Who cares? And you know what? They look at me like, and I'm like, it really doesn't matter. I mean, you guys you're in 4th grade, so let's see. Kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade were online. You got to be kidding me. You know, you're not getting the same education there. So, you know, yeah, don't do it. I don't care. But if you want to learn something, do my project. And I can still teach you even if you don't do my project, but guess what? The people doing my project come number 1. So again, you know, do I break the rules and stretch it a mile a little bit? Yeah, of course. They're not going to be interested. They're not going to like my class. And they're going to act up if they don't. So, you know, I have time for kids that have different ideas of what they want to do, but I have more time for who is following my rules, and they know that. So plus they know that, you know, you would have just learned how to draw a car. Excuse me. Another thing is when I'm doing the Nutmeg TV logo, another thing I teach at school, I put a big screen up with Chick-fil-A and Goodwill, and they have to copy the logo. And McDonald's logo is not easy to draw. It's a very strange M. And the Volkswagen and the Mercedes are both peace signs, but the Volkswagen looks so more hippie than the Mercedes. And I don't know if it's because the Mercedes is rich and the Volkswagen's like hippie, but the sign is a little different. Maybe the Volkswagen's different. I'd have to think about it for a minute. But anyway, the Mercedes is just, it gets skinnier as it goes in and fatter as it goes out. So it kind of loses that peace sign look. But the Volkswagen, come on, that's like as peaceful as you can get. So again, I tell them it's a peace sign. And they're like, it is? I'm like, yeah, look at it. Chick-fil-A, it's a chicken. And it's not hard to draw. McDonald's, I challenge them. Try the McDonald's. I bet you can't do it. Not to be mean, but I don't play around at school. I don't act like everything's perfect. I don't do that. Nope. And I have prizes a lot. I do a lot of posters. And for me, it is worth every penny. So again, I'm going back into the background. I always say don't do that, but I am not using globs here, okay? I am just putting in some of the green that I used here because I want to balance the light. So if I use some green that I like here, you might want to put some up here because it's all in the same color scheme. So I'm going to do that. This is going to be done and it's going to be hung on the wall right when I leave, and it's going to look beautiful. And again, I'm so excited people watch Nutmeg TV. Thank you for watching. It's so fun because public access television is this huge part of people's. I was watching it. I love it. I'm very picky with what I watch. I have the attention span of nothing. I can't help it. You know, a 2.5 hour movie, ugh, I don't know. A 30-minute show, absolutely. And then my daughter, oh my gosh, she got an exercise bike, an $899 exercise bike in the mail, free, only if she would do a movie promoting the exercise bike. So, you know, my family, whatever, we do a little exercising, but we're not like gym rats and lifting weights all day long. So she had to do a movie, just a quickie, trying to get the sales up for this bike, and $100 off if you type in her name, Nettie. It's crazy. And so this huge exercise bike comes in the mail, and I'm thinking, oh God, I'm not going to exercise on that thing. Well, once my son and my daughter put it together, it has a huge TV, not just a little one, a huge TV, like one you'd put in your kitchen. You know what I mean? Like this big. And then you plug it in your phone. You can watch YouTube, TikTok, whatever you want while you're pedaling on the bike. So, of course, my daughter made the video. I was dying laughing because what she did is she's a makeup artist. So she just did this hilarious ad for them. Basically, she was doing makeup while she was pedaling on the bike, like putting on fake eyelashes, and oh my God, it was hilarious. So I can't share it yet because she won't let me. She said they have to approve her video, which they will. How could they not? It's hilarious. I was like, Nettie, what do you mean an exercise bike? Why would people send us an exercise bike? And she said, because, you know, I might be able to get them some sales. I'm like, really? This is crazy. You know, I'm thinking I'm terrible at marketing. You know, I'm 53 years old and I'm still, nobody knows who I am. But it's all right. They say that when you die, and unfortunately, whatever, most of my paintings I give away. I tell the kids to hang on to a couple of them. I mean, I'm not that great, but God, it's hard. And like me and Christine Pettit were saying, she's like, I get the same thing. I'm like, well, okay, say I'm at a party with my husband. And someone's like, oh, who's the artist in the family? Well, if my husband says, oh, I'm the painter, I painted all these things. Yeah, someone comes over to the party, they see all the art everywhere. Oh, wow, who's the artist? Now, if my husband's like, actually, it's me. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Oh, blah, 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 forever. Now, if it's me, oh, that's cute. Yeah, like a hobby. And you know why? Because I'm a girl. What the heck? So Christine Pettit said she gets the same thing. Oh, that's so cute. You take pictures. You know, I mean, it's like nothing against guys because it's not their fault. It's sort of like everything else in history. It's nobody's fault. I don't get crazy and all feminist about it. I could care less. That's why I use a man's name. But you know what I mean? Once you get to know me, you know that it's just something that, it was a marketing scheme. And, you know, I was getting sick of it. Oh, that's so cute. You're a painter. Oh, God. So, you know, and Christine said the same thing. Most women I talk to say the same thing. And it's not, no guy bashing at all. It's not their fault. It's just whatever. It is the way it is. Who cares? You know, there was a long time of women staying home with the kids. You know what I mean? It hasn't gone away, just like other stuff hasn't gone away sometimes. But, you know, we've come a long way, baby. Remember those cigarette ads that they had in, like, teenage magazines? It would be like Virginia Slims, and they would be like on a dock. Everything's so different now. All right, I'm going in. We still have a ton of time. So I'm just going to add some greens and stuff. And I got to do this little hut here. Oh, it's actually, Rich said it's the front of the building, which I did not know, because there's so many leaves and stuff in here that you can't really tell. So I'm going to just do some brownish black. I'm going to try to fill in. I guess it kind of is the front of the building, but it's very hard to tell. So we're going to try to make it look like it's a building behind there. But, you know, if you can't see it, don't make it up, because it won't look good. And that's what I plan on doing. Yeah. So hopefully I'll be doing the McDonald's drive-thru. I'm so excited. Lucy, thank you, at Plainville. She will be my boss. If she gives me the job. You know, I asked her already. She said, sure, come on down. We're so excited to have you. But I'm not done with my teaching job yet, and I can't do McDonald's until I'm done. But if you do go to the Plainville McDonald's, I hope to God that's me when you could drive through. I want to be the girl. And you know what? I was thinking I got to make some money. Just why not? And plus, again, the inflation is insane. So, you know, why not work over the summer? I know I'm a teacher, but everybody says, oh, you're a teacher, you have the summer off. Well, you know what? You can either take it off or you can work. And I'm not really going to get a great job. I can work for Clara and the Ruffins. Getting a blank on the mister's name because I always call them sir. The Ruffins are great people to work for. I usually do that in the summer, and that pays more. And it's also to keep the kids safe in Hartford, you know, so that's a great thing. I've done that for a few years now. But I decided that I think I'm going to go for, and I can still do that one too, but I decided that I think I'm going to do the McDonald's. And as crazy as it sounds, I don't think it's crazy at all. You're going to make $15 an hour wherever you go. I don't care how many degrees I have. I'm not teaching over the summer. If I was teaching, maybe. But I'm not teaching. What am I going to think I'm some kind of wonderful person that needs to get paid more than everybody else just because I have? No. I'm at McDonald's, and I get the same thing as everybody else. And that's the end of it. And I'm fine with it. I've always wanted to work there my whole life. I know it sounds crazy, but it's not crazy. And I'm sure that people that work there full-time probably get great benefits. I don't know. I've never asked. I've asked Amazon people. You know, you got to ask. Don't ask, don't get, I always say. Now, you can fill in any of these white holes that are kind of sticking through in the blue. It's a great idea to pop some of that orange into the, but leave some of the white. You always want to have white. And now I'm going to just put some dots. Sometimes I do that. It's called pointillism. It's a form of impressionism, but it's all dots. But I'm mixing it together. So I'm mixing impressionism with pointillism. And who said I can't, you know? So I'm putting some dots just in any like little white part that's peeping through. And it's going to make it look great. You can do it with yellow too, but I'm doing it with the orange for now. And I might even put a little over there. Okay? I don't see any. I could put some leaves that fell into the front here, but I don't know if it's going to look good. I could. I could. Yeah, maybe I will. And then if I don't like it, you just go over it. So if you're going to put some leaves in the front, you got to find a place that's kind of, you know, very light, that you don't want to put it over black, really. You want to find a little part. So I'm just putting a couple leaves that maybe fell onto the ground over here. Okay? And you don't have to do that, but I'm doing it. And it'll look really nice. Also, there's a lot of brighter yellow over here. It kind of looks like a pukey green, and I'm going to fix that in a second. And then I'm going to do the building. It has a brown roof, but you can't really see it because it's covered up. Okay, so what I'm going to do, it's got a little red in it. Remember, if it looks like it has another color in it, I'm very good at mixing colors. You, too, will get good at mixing colors. It takes some time, that's all. It's really fun to do. And I'm really good at it, so I love mixing colors. And I'm just going to put some of this. We have 10 minutes. Can you believe it? We just whipped right through. I really love watching the guy before me, but he's not here tonight. But the guy that, the chef is great. Actually, everybody's great. Make sure to go on Nutmeg TV and sign so that we can stay on the air because, you know, we're battling here. And we need you. We need your support. I'm putting some darker lines on the trees just because they are kind of darker in places. And, you know, you want the tree to be noticeable. You don't want to add trees that aren't there. You could, but if they're not there, they can change the whole thing. It's sort of like when you have, you know, your house and you have this, the tree company comes or it gets hit by lightning and they say, oh, you got to take it down. And that tree has been part of your landscape for God knows how long, and now it's gone. And the whole landscape can change just from one tree being gone. My neighbors are going to take one down because it got struck by lightning, same thing. And it's going to cost them money. And then, you know, sometimes the state will pay for it and sometimes no. Theirs is pretty close to the edge. I'm surprised the state didn't pay for it just because it did get struck by lightning. So it was kind of like an act of Mother Nature. I always thought that was weird that they didn't cover that, but whatever. And, you know, that's my neighbor's. I'm sure she asked and made sure, but she's not a pain in the neck about it. She just, it is what it is, you know. So I'm putting in some branches. We've got enough time to you know, finish this. I'm putting some branches. I'm not really looking at the page, really. The background's pretty much done. I just want to make sure that I get this, this side of the shed here. Oh, God, I hope I can mix this color. If I can't, I'm just going to make it all new color. I'm trying to mix that color. Close enough. Again, I'm very good at mixing colors. I want this to look good. So I'm going to put that like that. Whoops. I got to mix more. Sometimes you get this, a second plate. Yep. I can put that right there because it's fine. So I got a second plate because I need to really make this color. And I'm pressed for time. So I'm going to make this color. It's got more yellow in it, so I'm going to put some yellow in it. Okay. I might even have to make the whole color over, but I think I got it. Okay. And that is the color. Oh, no, it's got more red in it. Hang on. And, of course, I didn't bring red, so I got to use orange. But this matches perfectly. So I'm going to put that in. And that's kind of the building. The building is brick, so I should leave some so you can see kind of that it's brick. And, again, it's Impressionism, so it does not have to be perfect. Okay? And you actually don't want it perfect because that's the whole point. Okay, we put that there. Maybe some of the building here that you can't see. It's kind of like a brick color, so I'm just going to kind of make a brickety color. And I'm going to put it over here. A little bit more of this. And if you want to make individual bricks, you can, but this in it is Impressionism, so I'm just going to make a few of them here and there, just so that you can tell that the building is brick. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in, and I'm going to make that door black. And it has white going around it, so if we have time, I'll do it, but otherwise I'm going to leave it. Sometimes, you know, when the painting's good, you just leave it alone. Don't keep adding if it looks good. Stop. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do that over. I don't know if it's going to dry in time to put the white, but that's all right. I'm going to do that. There's some black stuff here that looks like it's part of the building. Remember, if it's just a shape, just recognize the shape and put it in, because there's a lot of building here that I didn't see. And you got to make sure it matches up to the sign too. Hold on. Oops. And I sometimes when Rich is remiking and stuff or whatever he's doing back there, he's so talented. Everybody back here is so great. Just putting some black into the tree because, again, it's going to add some depth. Even though we don't use black at Boston University, that's okay. I'm using it. Actually, I'm not. I'm mixing black with brown, so there, okay? I'm using black and brown, and I'm just going to put a few more leaves over here. Okay, it's very dark, but you want some green to show. Okay? And this is going to just be gorgeous. And it's going to hang in the office, in the back. They paid for the canvas. Wasn't that so nice? Oh, I couldn't believe it, really. Yeah, he paid for the canvas. So I didn't have to buy this canvas because this canvas can be expensive. I don't know about this one, but yeah, it gets expensive. I need to look at my picture. We're going to put a little bit more black back here. And we probably have like 5 minutes, maybe 2. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to add a little water. And we have 5 minutes. It's perfect. See, I could get used to this, but this just flew by. Again, I did dry brush in the beginning, and I'm just adding some black, not black, sorry, blackish brown, okay? Because we want to try to keep my degree going here and do the BU experience, you know. I'm going to put that in, and then I'm going to sign it soon, okay? I'm just going to put some of this black around in the front, just a little, not a lot, and I think I'm going to touch it off with just some green here and there, and maybe even some of this light green in the front, so it looks very luscious and very nice. And I think Rich can probably get a good shot of that glob that I'm putting on. I'm doing the globs in the front, and I know it's the fake green, but it's going to look good. And I'm going to put that, remember, not everywhere, just in a few spots, okay? You're going to glob that around. It's going to look like some leaves. Okay, I can also go back over here, and I can put some of it over here. I just don't want globs back there, so watch your brushes. Make sure you don't use too many globs in the background. Okay. Actually, I'll wash my brush, and then we'll sign it. Yeah. And then it'll be ready to go. So I'm just going to put a couple of this neon green stuff back here. Just a little. Okay, just a little. And then I'm going to put a couple dots of here around. So I'm going to go dot, dot. I can also go back and do this because that can be shadowed. Looks gorgeous. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a little bit more of that green in the front because I like it. Okay, I'm going to add some white, and I'm going to add this green. I've got two different color greens now with white, and I'm trying to see what that's going to look like for a color. It looks pretty good, but if it looks fakety, remember, just shove some brown in there, and it kind of gets rid of that whole, you know, neon look, because I don't want a neon painting here. But if you had like a neon Coca-Cola sign or some kind of sign that lit up, you need this kind of green. Oil paint's extremely hard to get that look, you know, a neon look. Very hard to get that look. I can do it, but yeah, it's hard. Yeah, a lot of painting is hard. That's why I try to be pretty loose, because for me they come out better if I'm loose. And I think this one is just about done. And what I'll do is I'll sign it, put some of this green over here. Should look good. We'll throw a little bit more green. I'm going to put some more blobs up close because, you know, it just looks good. And it looks like real foliage. A lot of painters, they don't use blobs. And it's amazing sometimes how when you look up close, you can't see any brush strokes sometimes. Not all the painters. I like when you see brush strokes. But I am very impressed with people that can use it and not have any brush strokes. It's crazy. 2 minutes. I can't believe it. All right, I'm going to throw this around. And then again, I'm extremely picky with how you sign your name. Okay, and I say that to the kids at school. Like, you know what, sign it fancy. All right, I'm just going to throw in a little bit more green back here. Okay, because there's a couple spaces that I can fill in, just a little, not a lot. I'm leaving some of it white. Okay, and then there was this gigantic light yellow streak, but I don't know if I can do it. I'm going to try. Okay, I'm going to try. It might make it pop. Actually, I'm going to do a whole different brush because my water is so dirty. I wish I could stick this in there. Hang on. I might be able to. This brush doesn't fit in my water. Oh, yes. No, wait a minute. No, it doesn't fit. So I'm going to get one that does fit, and I'm going to do this glob. I wish that one fit because that's the brush size I want, but that's okay. There's a big streak of very lightish yellowish green. So what I do, take the yellow and the white. Oh, I don't want any orange in it, though. I take the white. And, oh, I need more white, okay? And what I see, a tiny bit of green, just teeny. And there's this couple streaks right here. They must be lighter than that because it's not working. And they're lighter than that. They're like this. And it goes right through the painting. And it's like a big thing of white, okay? And I'm going to leave that like that because that looks great. Okay, and that continues over to the other side. And it's right here. It's very, very light, like almost like a neon greenish white. And it's like right here. And that looks great. And then I'm going to sign it. And we're going to toodaloo. And I'll see you next time. I'm going to have a guest next time. I have Lucia Dostal coming on. She is a Berklee School of Music composer, songwriter, singer. She's going to come on. She's only singing original music because I don't even think we're allowed to copyright anymore or whatever. You can't do it. So we're just going to have her on. She's going to have original music, and it's going to be fantastic. So wait till we tune in. I can't wait. Coachy's going to come back on. This looks gorgeous. Let me just hold it up because I always tell you, look at things from a distance, okay? Now, can I come close to the camera, Rich? I'm doing it, okay? Because it's hard to see it. Oh, let me get the picture too. Hold on. Okay, and you're going to notice the picture in the corner, okay, right here. Okay, it's not perfect, but so here it is, Nutmeg TV. Here's the picture, and it came out gorgeous. It's going to look beautiful, hanging in the office. Gorgeous. So thank you for tuning in. I'm just going to sign it. Remember, you can sign into the paint if it's wet with a pencil. So, whoops, I just dripped half of the painting. All the black dripped. So, but it's easy. What you're going to do, Rich, show this part real quick because it's hilarious. I just dripped all the paint, but it's so easy. I'm just going to fix it up, move it around a little. Let me just fix that quick because that's pretty bad. It happens when you hold up stuff. It just wrecks. Okay, so I'm going to sign this, and I can't wait till you tune in for next time. Bye-bye.
Nick Augustino right here at the East Side Restaurant. We always have the complete full dinner menu. Knockwurst, bratwurst, sauerbraten, potato pancakes, red cabbage, rice pudding, cream pies, all the desserts that Germany had to offer. I always do something different. Yes, I do. I brought seafood to the beer garden at the East Side Restaurant. East Side Restaurant, your German destination restaurant in Connecticut. Tiki-taka, tiki-taka, hoi, hoi, hoi!
I'm your host, Kurt Barwis. Today, I have a very special guest, Dr. Andrew Lin.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Veterans Corner. My name's Chuck Wooden.
Decision for ourselves for this week if we want to be made well.
Hi, welcome to the crack of dawn. It's Dawn Lombardi. I'm starting the painting. It's going to be the clips with some water. Love it.
He took me on the sets of Lost in Space, Batman.
Everybody has a story. What's yours? Until next time.